If you're on Milwaukee's Riverwalk and happen to hear someone shout, "Touch it up," or "Let it glide," look toward the river. Chances are you'll see members of the Milwaukee School of Engineering rowing team. A school that gets high marks in the most recent U.S. News Best Colleges ranking and just recently broke ground on a new science hall is also excelling on the water. Michael Schlesinger joined the elite crew on the Milwaukee River.
They start their day long before any of us do.
First day of May is going to be 80 degrees.
Readying their boats.
Side step.
And then placing them in the water.
Roll.
This is a day in the life of the MSOE row team, known as the Raiders. It's been a routine for all the rowers and head steersmen, or coxswains, for 10 years now.
There's no one person that can pull a boat across the finish line. It's everyone has to be together. All the strokes need to be lined up, and all the power displaced at the same point. And it's unlike any other sport that's out there. There's just so much teamwork that's involved. There's a lot of camaraderie with the team, and it all helps to make us go fast and compete.
Captain of the team, Chris Oakley, gives us a pretty good indication what the true essence of rowing really is. He's been at it for 6 years and has no plans of stopping. He even shares his wealth of knowledge with me.
A lot of people, when they think of rowing, they think it's all arms and back, but really it's all legs. It's a way different motion than you would think. Coming up the stroke, when you're actually taking your power stroke, usually you extend your legs all the way down, then you lean your back, and then finish with the arms. And then for the recovery, which is when your blade's out of the water, basically it's the opposite of that. So arms go away first, then the back leans over, and then your legs come up for the next stroke.
Describe the sensation when you're going 15 miles an hour on the water.
It's very nice. When it goes right, it's wonderful. I love the feeling, and that's kind of why I do it. There's just a gliding sensation, which is really nice. It doesn't feel like you're working hard at all when you're actually in the zone and doing it correctly.
Oh, this first?
Yep. And then your legs.
Trust me, this is so much harder than it looks. If you don't believe me, just take a look at this video. Enough said. Luckily, everyone else knows what they're doing. Like Cypress Borjali. She's part of the new women's team at MSOE.
It's really important to keep your head in the boat and not really looking at the shore. So you're just like watching the water go past you, and it's a really good feeling.
Practice comes twice a day, usually dawn and dusk. And it's pretty much year-round, too. Sometimes they can go as far as 15 miles.
Francis, you can keep it between Pleasant and Humboldt.
Head coach Chuck Stolenwork maps it out for us.
We've got a lot of water that we can use, so we go up the Milwaukee River over to the confluence, which is by the post office. From there, we can go west up the Menominee, which is very protected, nice area of water. We can go up the Inner Harbor, which is kind of over by Bayview in that direction. If it's real nice, we can go out past the breakwater onto Lake Michigan. Typically, we don't like to fly that close to the sun as far as that goes, and we'll take a left-hand turn and head right over by the art museum.
The race season typically starts in August and continues until June. They compete in either 4 or 8-person boats made up of carbon fiber, just like the 12-foot oars. Since their competition is considered open, they can be matched up against Division I teams like Harvard. In fact, they've taken boats to the Division I championships 5 of the last 6 years. Stolenwork tells me the true character of each member is what propels them to the highest caliber of racing.
It's the people that you run into whenever you do this, because you'll never meet a more industrious type, you'll never meet a more giving, excitable, exciting to get out in the water even when it's difficult conditions out there. But they're wonderful people, and I noticed that right away when I started rowing in college. I looked at this whole symphony of motion going on, and I couldn't believe it. It was all these young, strong guys, just smart as a whip, and they just come in here and they get their stuff done and they get out and they're off to school, and it's 7 in the morning.
By most accounts, this is an expensive sport. The new shells can run up to $50,000. And the fact this club is, for the most part, privately funded doesn't help either. But what comes out of this group is something invaluable.
They are just tuned in and dialed up, and that is seeing them go through that maturity process and knowing that you had a hand in that in a positive way is outstanding. It's like nothing you can describe. It's unbelievable.